peace. Happy now. Know y'all staying in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Not too far in the past, not too far in the future. Right now, I want to give y'all a little review of some of the old books I probably showed y'all from my old video when I first started. But I'm about to, give you a run through of the books I've been reading and the latest ones I got, so you could, pick up on them and, get a little insight yourself. Matter of fact, it's not no think fast video, but I'm gonna kind of, go through it a little briefly. Got this one from my brethren, The Wise Mind of Haile Selassie, which is like a bunch of quotes from Selassie, dealing with peace, religion, different things of that nature. Oh, it's backwards. But it's dealing with quotes from, say for instance, how you feel about peace, education, religion, character, responsibility, advice to students, work, self-help, development, leadership, justice and equality, unity and brotherhood, self-defense, independence, international relations, United Nations, our past and future. That's basically all the different subjects that he have quotes on. And that's what this little book is about. A small book. All right. Next, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And I had to get this one after a serious DMT trip that led me to believe that I might need to read up on this in the Akashic Records, which I'm going to show you next. But the Tibetan Book of the Dead is basically tells you the story of I forgot how many days. I want to say let me not lie. But it basically just gives the story of where our soul goes after we die. You know what I'm saying? It gives explanation because it was believed that our soul hangs around like for so many days, And this book basically breaks down what your soul is doing in that time frame, as it's traveling in those days, staying close to the body in the earthly realm, basically. That's just a little, in which the book is bigger. This is mostly a little smaller version of it. But, good read if you want to, understand some ancient knowledge. Tibetan Book of the Dead. All right. Akashic Records. Basically, is now this is not the Akashic Records. Like you can't attain the Akashic Records through a book. It's basically the ethereal realm that keeps all the records of everything that's been going on for all eternity. You know what I'm saying? And you could access this realm through meditation, things of that nature. And it's basically just a rundown of the Akashic Records and basically tells our soul travels, our responsibilities of our soul, what we're here for, our responsibilities and commitments as a soul. And it just gives you a good rundown on, trying to understand your soul's path and, to understand your life's purpose, basically. It kind of gets you to know, what you're here for, what you've been doing all these past lives, what you learned from the past lives and what you're doing moving forward. A good read. Matter of fact, by Linda Ho. And I'm sorry, I start giving y'all the names of the authors. All right. My next one I'm going to go with The Touch. Basically, Healing is, matter of fact, by Doug Hayes. And it's basically kind of on the basis of using your chi energy. But it has a bunch of good little diagrams and stuff like that on how to, bring the chi energy in, or how to lower negativity in the body, or how to bring yourself up to heal others, you know what I'm saying? It's basically like a healing book and learning how to control your chi energy for the healing purposes, and I think in essence is, well, a little bit of healing yourself too, but a lot of it kind of teaching you how to heal others with the touch too. Because when you direct your chi in certain places, just more diagrams, You control your chi and direct it, and learn how to control it, you know what I'm saying? It has a lot of healing properties that you could pass throughout the body and on to others. So, The Touch, Doug Hayes. Alright, since we're on the subject, Roger Jonk, Jahn-K. That's who this book is by. The Healing Promise of Chi. And I know this may come out backwards, but you know, I'm sorry. The Healing Promise of Chi. And basically this is another book, but it gets extensively, you know, you can see how thick the book is, on how Chi works, you know, how to pull it in, you know, what parts of the body it's coming out of. I mean, the voice of Chi, personal focuses. I mean, just everything. Just a good example right here too. Matter of fact, you watch Dragon Ball Z or The Last Airbender and stuff like that, and stuff that's cartoons and claim to be not real and stuff like that. Well, this is a book showing you how that may be real. Which it is real, honestly. I'm just, you know, I kind of say that for the people who may be watching that's new to this, but, you know. But yeah, Qigong methods and warm-ups, you know, but good read, good book to have. The Healing Promise of Chi by Roger Jonk, or Jonk, Jahn-K. No, it's backwards, but. Alright. Now I'm bring up an oldie, but goodie. Get you a copy. Autobiography of a Yogi. Basically the story of Paramahansa Yogananda's life and how he brought self-realization and Kriya yoga to the Western civilization, to the U.S. And matter of fact, way down in the 1920s and 30s. So he brought this to America. And Steve Jobs handed out this book to everybody at his funeral. You know, not handed it out, but he had it as a parting gift for everybody who attended his funeral. And what's very cool about Paramahansa Yogananda too, for me, is he's born on the same day as me, January 5th, which is pretty cool. You know, matter of fact, that's why I like learning stuff about the Akashic Records and stuff like that. You kind of try to, you know, tie up ends and wonder why, you know, I gravitated toward this book and this guy born on the same day as me, things of that nature. But yeah, Autobiography of a Yogi, man, he breaks down his life, and it's basically like just, he got diamonds and jewels all in here. Even though it's just following his life, it's following, you know, how he becomes a yogi and the stories and the lessons that he teach, you know what I'm saying? And Sri Yuksawar, his guru, also like dropping out a lot of knowledge by default, you know, by him telling the stories of being around Sri Yuksawar. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But good book to have. Kind of life change, you know, like The Alchemist. It kind of show you that self-realization, the God within yourself, you know. It'll keep you out of the sky and learn that God is within. All right, let's see. All right, familiar name but different book. Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. Now, these one of them books where I feel like it really, really helps the average person. And what I mean by that, people who may not know nothing about no damn chakras or don't meditate, or, you know, they just not hip to the conscious movement, you know, just yet, you know what I'm saying? Not eating right, none of that. But this book is still probably, you know, people gravitate towards it because it's more in layman's terms. It teaches you how to break down your ego and how things are changing on Earth, you know, how our body's changing. But basically just a lot of it just getting rid of your ego and learning how this world is a matrix and, you know, what our life purpose is. But it's not too esoteric to where it's over, you know, regular people head. Not regular, you know, people that don't be into the consciousness stuff just yet, you know, people that's not in it. But it's a good book telling you how to get out of your pain body. Like I say, break down your ego, telling you how your ego is what attracts a lot of pain, trying to create a separation and become itself. You know, it teaches you how to break down your ego, basically, you know, and be real with you. Once you, his other book too, The Power of Now, when you combine the power of now with this book, I think it would really, really help you, you know, change your life for the positive, you know. This would really, you know, help your life for the positive if you read this one in the power of now. So Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth. There were giants upon the earth, gods, demigods, and human ancestry, the evidence of alien DNA, by Chakra Awakening, author of the best-selling The 12th Planet. The 12th Planet is also one of his good books too, and it's basically like he's basically trying to give you a rundown of his studies about, you know, how we come from, you know, alien DNA and the Anunnaki gods, and just basically just a rundown of all the ancient artifacts and stuff that lead to these realizations. You know, he adding up like you know, got different things, got pictures, hieroglyphic pictures. I'm sorry, the tale of the evil zoo, like stories about the Anunnaki. Matter of fact, mapping out like, you know, the way Nibiru and our solar system travel, things of that nature. So it really gives some good details, you know. But it's basically just breaking down all the things. Matter of fact, kind of like the Book of Enoch type of things, like when there were giants upon earth, the Nephilim, like what was said to what Goliath was said to be. But good book. Shungite. Protection, Healing, and Detoxification by Regina Martino. Man, shungite is like a heavily carbon-based mineral, and you can use it. Basically, it's for detoxifying your aura as well as your physical body, because you could also put shungite in your water and stuff, and it will detoxify your water. But it's basically a book that just gives you a basic rundown on shungite, where it comes from, you know, shows you, got pictures and diagrams on how it helps you, chakra diagram and everything. I'm running out of time, so I gotta go quick. Shungite, Regina Martino. Good book to have for my metaphysical stone people. Another one, just quick, self-explanatory. Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. Judy Hall is a very popular author and a person that, you know, speaks on crystals and things of that nature. And this is one of her books, The Crystal Bible 3, you know, which basically gives you, you know, just pictures and rundowns of, you know, of the different stones. Also, let's see in the back, it does have little diagrams and charts too, dealing with chakras, you know, and what stones are good for it. But another good one. Chakra Awakening. Basically, well, not too much the same thing, but it basically gives you a rundown of each chakra. Goes through, you know, from your crown down to your root, and gives you details on what herbs and spices to use, what stones to use, you know. And it's basically on healing and, you know, basically learn how to awaken but heal your chakras. Make sure you're keeping them aligned and balanced. And this is Chakra Awakening by Margaret Ann Limbo. All right. These two right here, Volume 1 and 2. The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life. Bro, this is so deep. I'm talking about down to the meditation of, well, it's just some little diagrams, man. Sacred geometry all in here. A lot of old diagrams and stuff from Egypt, you know, land of Kemet. You know, but it gives us a rundown about our Merkaba and how to, in the second volume, it breaks down our Merkaba around our body and our energy field and how to, you know, strengthen it through meditation. He gives an explanation of the Fibonacci spiral and how everything is built in the universe. Like, this is a very, very informative book. Like, it gets deep. And the author of it is Drunvalo Melchizedek. Drunvalo, Drunvalo, Melchizedek, Melchizedek. I know it's backwards. Good book, though. All right. Then you got this new one I just got, Quadrivium, the 4 classical liberal arts of number, geometry, music, and cosmology. And this book is written by, let's see, don't have an author. All right. I don't see an author's name. Or it has different, different authors in it. So, but it basically breaks down how sacred geometry, music, and everything is tied together with vibrations and all that. It don't get too deep into spirituality, but it touches on it because spirituality has to do with vibrations, frequencies, and music, and wavelengths, and things of that nature. So, basically, this book gives you a rundown, matter of fact, of languages, signs, where we get, all that. Another good one. All right. Last book. This is just a little, just a good to have around little reference book. It's pretty cool. I mean, even though I saw a lie up in here where they said sulfur was the building block of all life, and they didn't have nothing about carbon, I found that to be a little weird, But I mean, other than that, that's one of the only. I'm pretty sure they got other inconsistencies if they say that, but it's still a good book to learn about signs and symbols, because it it gets deep. Talking about it, so it's a pretty good book, especially for a little pickup that I got for like 13. Caught it on sale. But it's Signs and Symbols Source Book by Adele Nosdar. Adelenozedar. Well, that's all the time I have. Hopefully I don't have to split this video into 2, and I'm not still on my copyright probation. If y'all remember, if y'all follow me from my last videos, and y'all know. So hopefully I could do this whole video without having to break it down into 2. If not, though, don't trip, but this video may get broken down into 2. But it's all good, because we living in the moment, and we're going to roll with the way I could roll with it. But just remember, happy now is to vibrate, you know what I'm saying? Educate yourself, learn, do your own research, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's good to watch documentaries and watch YouTube and just pick up on the first thing you see, but if you're not cross-examining and reading as well as doing YouTube videos, then you're not going to really get the full, not going to please your knowledge appetite, not gonna please your hunger for knowledge, appetite. You gotta take it all in. But happy now is to vibrate unconditional love to all. Peace.